Well, thank you very much for that very kind introduction. It's wonderful to be here. It's great to be joined by two amazing colleagues who work so hard at the Ontario Legislature every single day on behalf of this community. And I just want to thank them both for their continued advocacy. And we've had many conversations about mental health and how to better position this region, especially considering the drastic growth that takes place in this region. Thank you, Monique. I want to say thank you to Jackie for hosting us here today. I had an opportunity just to take 5 minutes to go upstairs to see where the actual hub would take place. And I got to visit a LINC class, and it was interesting. Even within the LINC class, we had a conversation about mental state and where you need to be in order to get to where you need to be. So thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here at Malton Neighborhood Services, the network lead for the Malton Youth Wellness Hub, to announce a significant investment in mental health and addiction services for youth here in Ontario. I'd like to start with a couple of eye-opening statistics. When adults with mental health talk about their challenges with mental health, nearly 70% of them say that their symptoms began in childhood. Statistics shows that 1 in 5 children will experience mental illness at some point of his or her life. And suicide is the second leading cause of death of young people between the ages of 10 and 19. To me, this is unacceptable, and it is preventable in many ways. While the cause of mental illness is obviously very complex, and we know that kids today are facing increased, intense challenges in certain areas compared to years ago. Challenges like cyberbullying, drug addiction, and a relentless pressure to be perfect. But early detection and timely intervention can help these children and youth get back on track. This is why the 6 new youth mental health hubs we're announcing here today are so important. With these hubs, 12,000 more young people will have access to mental health and addiction services. The hubs will be located in the Cornwall region, Haliburton, Kenora, Malton, North Simcoe, and the Niagara region. Along with these, the 4 existing hubs, these new hubs will be part of a 3-year demonstration project. The project will allow us to better understand how youth wellness hub models can make it easier for youth ages 12 to 15. To access integrated mental health and addiction services, they'll provide youth with walk-in, one-stop access to high-quality mental health and addiction services, along with social and employment services, all under one youth-friendly roof. These hubs will also help with early identification and intervention to prevent more serious problems from developing later in life. By leveraging local service partnerships, the hubs will better meet the needs of young people transitioning from youth mental health and addiction services to adult services, and making it more seamless experience between these services. I've had the opportunity to travel across this great province, and I've spoken to so many young people, and they keep telling me that they are struggling, and it's hard for them to get the services when they need those services where they are. And that's why our government is continuously looking for ways to invest in mental health services, including our recent historic investment in services for mental health and addictions. Last month, we announced new funding of $2.1 billion over 4 years to reduce wait times and create a better integrated system for all Ontarians. If passed in the 2018 budget, this amount will be in addition to the more than $3.8 billion that our government has already invested in mental health and addiction services each year, bringing the total 4-year investment to over $17 billion. And I just want to take a moment to thank Kim Moran, who's here from Children of Mental Health Ontario. Thank you for the work that you've done on behalf of young people and your partners across this great province. Let's give her a round of applause. So with this new funding in place, we can create at least 15 more youth wellness hubs in the province. more funding means that 46,000 more kids will have access to community-based programming such as counseling, therapy, counseling and therapy, sorry. That's up to 12,000 more young people in the first year alone. But it's not just about the money, it's making sure that we have the ability to better coordinate and transform the services that we have in place today. Making sure that when a young person accesses other services, that transition is working well. So I just want to end by saying thank you so much to our partners that helped get us to this place where we are today, the Centre for Addictions and Mental Health and the Provincial System Support Program, the Ontario Centre for Excellence for Children and Youth Mental Health, and Graham Brook Foundation. With all of your help and the help of many people in the room here today, and of course the folks from the Ministry of Children and Youth Services and also from our Ministry of Health, I just want to say thank you so much, because we know we can do better as a society. We know the challenges are getting stronger, but we can win. We can make sure at the end of the day that young people have the services that they need so they can live and have a productive life here in the province of Ontario. Thank you very much on behalf of the government and the Premier.